Live from Delaware, it's Hoagies and Pierogis! With your hosts, Ian DiCarlo. We're getting a little double down. Chocolate Rain. And RJ Hammond.
I just want some more hot tea in my life. Let's just say he was a good lover.
Okay. All right. I think this is episode 67. Episode 67? I think so.
I thought last one was 65. Anyway, I guess you wouldn't have the name for the episode before.
Last one was 66.
Okay. All right, 67. Two more.
Two more.
And
Two more, baby.
And then the show is done forever.
We need to get back into the swing of things. I'm fucking...
The second week of
up.
NFL, we just quit. All right, this season doesn't seem that interesting. I'm done.
The sport where we get, our most listens and our most engagement. We're just like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah, the whole off season, let's do that. NFL season, fuck that.
Let's just stick with it throughout the fucking summer. We just kind of hopped into this. How was your Labor Day?
It was good. We had a good time down at the shore like we always do. We stayed there longer than we know. We stayed there from Friday to Monday. Normally we're leaving Sunday, but we got some crabs Sunday, so I was hyped about that.
Oh,
I did a lot of drinking. A lot of people there did a lot of drinking. I actually was like, just chill. But now I think I'm like just going clean until the wedding. I felt like gross and swollen, and like I couldn't, like, breathing was even hard after the weekend. So I was like,
oh shit. Okay.
Like, well, not actually, like, breathing wasn't but I was like, I just felt like a fat fuck. I was like,
I don't know if it's good to go cold turkey until the wedding, where you're gonna get shit faced.
I guess not. Like, I'll have drinks and stuff at like out and whatnot, but yeah, I also don't want to really. I don't even know how much I would drink at the wedding. I feel like I'll be too nervous that I accidentally somehow get too drunk, and I'm just like beforehand, like just hanging out, because I'll be like either nervous. I don't know.
At my buddy's wedding, we took the limo over from the reception, or from the hotel to the church.
Mm-hmm.
We finished a whole bottle of whiskey, like. There were like 12 of us, but we finished it on the ride over.
I just don't know what it's gonna look like that day. I mean, we'll see. Oh, I'm probably gonna drink the day before, actually. Almost certainly on the golf course when as I get a free round of golf for a couple of us and a bunch of people are going. So
nice.
I'll probably drink then. I just realized that.
Fuck yeah! Don't get too hungover.
We're planning on going out afterwards after the wedding anyway. So like. I'd like to make it to that.
Like out to
like out in Ocean City, like to bars.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. We have a party bus for us and like the wedding party and significant others. If there's space, I will see who we can fit. Because it's 26 people, but there's already like 18 of us. No.
Hop in there.
16. There's already 16. Plus, it's close. We'll see.
There we go.
But Ubers are actually over my bachelor party. Ubers are actually damn cheap in Ocean City. I'll say. Like, it was $8 to. Like, most of the Ubers we took were like $8. So if we can, we'll make it all work.
Right. Absolutely. That sounds like that. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Fucking 3 weeks.
Yeah, man. I just got really freaked out there all of a sudden, actually. I've been like, all right, but I don't know why. When you just said don't go cold turkey before the wedding, when you're probably just going to be drinking most of the time, I feel like I should just go black out right now. I don't know what I should do. I feel like I need to change my whole philosophy.
No, just like at least keep a beer in you, Yeah. I wouldn't just stop completely.
No drinking like I did this weekend.
Just don't go overboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holiday weekend, easy to go over.
Yeah.
Which I almost did. We went to my sister's boyfriend's house, which it was really fun, and they made brisket. Oh my! On the Traeger. Oh,
I can't wait. That's gonna be like probably have to wait after we finally move into a house to purchase anything else, but that'll be top of my list.
Yes, absolutely. There's actually, I can't remember what it's on. It must be the bonfire that I listened to. The one guy's friend bought a smoker for his apartment. He thought he would be able to just smoke shit inside.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Oh Jesus! So he bought it off of him.
We have balconies, and I don't even know if you could really do it on the balcony. Like I don't think we're technically allowed to, but even if you could, like you just can't do that.
Right, that's a fire hazard for sure. Okay, so but yeah, it was a fun weekend. I had 4 beers. It was on the way back home. I was like, "Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Yeah, I'll make it." A little bit hungover Monday, but nothing bad. Nothing bad.
Yeah,
it was a good weekend.
I actually wasn't really hungover very much this whole weekend, which is a plus. I think I don't think I can do the beers or malts anymore. I really don't. I feel so awful the next day.
What?
I think I like my bachelor party most of the time. The first 2 days I drank just like liquor and mixed drinks, and I felt pretty good the next 2 days. Obviously Sunday I wasn't feeling great because I died, but I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But it's like my hangovers are so much worse when I drink beer.
I mean, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
It's a dirty drunk.
It is. Especially when you sit down for that first natty splatty of the day after you're like, oh, what did I do to my body?
Right. Oh, God. Don't you? And, remember, when all baseball players used to be just dirty drunks?
Or just doing LSD.
Well, yeah. But, Babe Ruth's fucking...
I mean, the whole 80s Mets,
please,
were all on cocaine.
Please watch Shane Gillis's special on Netflix.
Okay,
it is so good. Beautiful Dogs. It is so fucking funny. There's a joke in there. I will spoil it. It is, white people used to be the coolest up until Jackie Robinson took his first at-bat. Talking all cool yeah, so... This young black guy comes up to the plate, and he hits a home run. Oh boy. But that was it was such a good special.
Someone I don't know if it was a joke or what, they were just talking about when football play. Back when all the football teams were all white and they had the first black person on, they're like, oh, he could run really a lot faster than me. And Bear Bryant in Alabama was like, come on in. Just didn't, as long as you're winning in Alabama.
I think I saw that. I think I saw that, what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was something. It might be just
something. But I'll tell you what. You can't be a dirty drunk and be the first ever player with a 30 home run, 60 stolen base season. RJ, this is something special, and the predictions just keep coming true. They just keep coming true. Let's go.
What predictions? I read this and I'm like, what predictions? I also have no gauge for how impressive this is, to be honest.
So we were talking about about the rule changes before the season began, and I had just bought some baseball cards. Mm-hmm. And Eric Davis was 1 home run shy. He went 29 home runs and 70 stolen bases.
That's
and I was like, we were both like, we want to see this happen again.
That's right. I remember now. That is crazy. That was so long ago. I was like, I don't really know how.
I remember that clear as day. I know it's hard to keep track of, where they would be. But for some reason, that one stuck in my mind. And I saw the 30 home runs, 60 stolen bases, and I was like, holy shit, he did it. He did it.
I think,
And the rest of the month to go.
That's true. Don't you love when people like? Okay, this is.
He might be a 40, 70, first ever 40 home run, 70 stolen base player. Maybe.
That's possible.
He's already at 33, 32 home runs. I think.
I mean, the Braves really haven't let off the throttle at all, so I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps. Yeah, I mean, no. This, I mean, it also not really move because it reminds me of like you remember there's been a lot of these Tyreek Hill games, but when like the first half he has like 200 yards or something, and you're like, holy fuck, he's going to break all the records. He's going to get 400 yards, like 7 shit like that, and then he only gets like 1 reception the second half.
Yeah, 1 reception, 11 yards.
Yeah, I hope this doesn't happen. I hope it's like, fuck it, let's get him to 50.
Well, I mean, the season's already, I mean, that would be awesome, but there is no way.
Yeah.
And with, well, it's going to be a really good MVP race. Mookie Betts has a little bit more home runs than Acuna Jr. does. But the 60 stolen bases, like, is way more impressive than 8 more home runs or whatever the fuck it is now.
So I guess on the other side, is Shohei's just not getting it because he's hurt now, right? Did they shut him down for the season?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they actually...
Is he still hitting?
He is... I think he's still hitting. I actually think he hit a home run recently. But he's going to get Tommy John. He's supposed to get Tommy John next week.
Oh, okay.
He's not going to wait till the end of the season.
Once they probably finally realized, or once he probably finally realized, hey... we're not doing this thing. Let me go get healthy and go make my $600 million. Do you think that will affect him? Do you think that will affect the contract?
Well, I just thought of it this week. I was like, that knocked like $150 million off the table, I think. Because it just wouldn't make sense for him to be a hitter and a reliever at the same time. That's a little bit harder because what's he gonna do when he has to warm up and he's up next, like in the top of the and he's due up in the top of the order? Is he gonna sprint back out to the plate, then sprint back to the bullpen to keep warming up, or because how long? Because you never know how long like a relief, or a half inning is gonna take. So like that would be hard to. That would
let's not also forget. We're talking about someone who is pretty much a freak of nature, something that we really haven't seen before in baseball. And we also kind of saw something this weekend that we have never really seen before in college football. And this is a great comparison to Shohei Ohtani because one thing we saw that was just crazy is what Deion in Colorado did. We're obviously going to talk about it. We don't need to get that deep into it because so many people have, but we're going to talk about it. But I want to talk about Travis Hunter because that kid played 145 fucking snaps on a turf field in motherfucking Texas and was a game changer on both sides of the field. He had probably the most important play.
Late in the game.
That interception that he made in the red zone.
That was amazing.
Do you know he wasn't even covering that guy? I was watching stuff.
No, he wasn't. He broke off of it, broke off of another fucking defender.
He was the best person on both sides of the ball. Well, other than Shadur, who was fucking incredible. But 112 yards, 11 receptions, pass breakups, tackles all over the place. I mean, you've seen some people do this. And I think there was some stats and pictures that were sent all around on Twitter this week, and it was like he's gonna do these things. He's gonna do it. He's gonna break all these records. He's gonna do things that we've never seen. If you haven't put a Heisman bet on him, I think it's irresponsible not to. It's almost irresponsible.
I just saw this today.
It dropped a lot.
Well, he was plus 8,000 to begin the season. Now he's plus 2,200.
Yeah. It depends on what book and stuff.
That's totally
fine.
We're
looking at it, and it's worth it. Like, because, sure, Colorado, I truly don't, I don't know. I don't want to be one of these receipts that Deion's going to have at the end of the season. But
Well,
I don't think
yeah.
they're going to be like a national title team. I don't. There's too many good teams in that Pac-12. I think they'll keep up. Their run defense was bad. Their run defense was pretty bad. That
It was,
TCU running back
it was pretty bad.
tearing them up. But if they have, God, I think even a 7-win season, and Travis Hunter keeps this up, I don't know how you don't give it to him.
Well, if he keeps going, what is the worst record for a Heisman winner?
You'd have to go back, and you'd have to go even further, and because he's got two things going against him. Is they're probably not going to be very good, and not very good. They're probably not going to be good enough to be like, oh, he made such a difference. He made this team so good. And two, he's not a quarterback, because the Heisman's really just been a quarter. I mean, yeah, we had Devontae Smith, but I mean, he had an unreal year. You have to put up fucking insane numbers, which he can do. But I think it is irresponsible to not put a little something, because it's possible he's doing something we've never seen.
But that's the thing. Like, how long can he keep this up?
I think he can do it.
A lot of running and just wear and tear on your body. For anyone.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Because his coach is Deion motherfucking Sanders. And if anyone is going to teach a kid how to do something like that, a guy who played Major League fucking baseball and was pretty damn good, I'm pretty sure, right? I don't know his MLB.
Only got to hit a home run and play an NFL game in the same day.
That's okay. So shit like that. And he did the same thing in college where he played both sides, not as much. So Deion tells Travis doesn't practice for part of the week, so he can rest. Like, Deion has him on a set schedule and is teaching him how to be able to do this. Shit. Well, I was listening to Deion talk about it with Pat McAfee. So, was it Pat? It was with someone. Maybe it was... Oh, it was Shannon. He was talking about it with Shannon Sharp. And I'm like, motherfucker, this Shannon. Guy... I couldn't think of his name. He might be able to keep it up into his... I don't know about his pro career because I don't know how many pro teams will let him do that. But throughout college, if that's why he went to Jackson State with Deion, is because Deion said it. He's the only one that's going to let him do that. This whole thing. You know what? I said we weren't going to talk about the whole Colorado thing is fucking insane. But Deion said it because he just. I didn't think they were going to win. I thought they'd be competitive. But my God, they were so much better.
First, the first red flag is like, oh, Deion's the head coach and he's got two sons on the team. You're like, all right, they're just hyping this up because it's familial ties. No.
Guess who was both his sons were the second best player. Sure, you could probably argue. Actually, you could argue they were 1A and 1B with Travis Hunter because Shiloh had the most tackles on the team. And I didn't 500. Even... Yeah, Shiloh had 11. I'll fucking find it because I was looking at it. I'm like,
shit. Why
are we not talking about Shiloh? And I'm like looking at his stats, and I'm like, holy fuck, he was the best player on the defense other than Travis Hunter. Where is it? Pac-12.
But
you can keep talking while I look.
Can we first just explain who they were playing against?
Oh yeah.
This is not the TCU that made it to the college football playoffs. This is the TCU that showed up to the national championship.
Well,
and that's it. And got blown the fuck out.
I wouldn't say it's not the team that showed up to the national championship.
There's
a lot of different people. There's a lot of different people, a completely different quarterback.
It could have been 22 different players. I would still have the same opinion. TCU is in trouble.
I don't think so. I think people are over.
Oh, TCU is. Oh no. I think
they're the same.
Colorado does not have depth at all. All of their starters played nearly all of the snaps in the whole game.
You gotta
You cannot do that against anyone else.
They probably. I mean,
I feel like
don't
Colorado's
know.
going to be in shootouts, and
They are.
they may get blown out
They'll
a
keep
couple
it.
times.
I just don't think there's anyone in the
It's
Pac-12 that has a good enough
TCU's,
defense.
It's TCU's defense, though. I think TCU's defense is worse than any Pac-12 defense.
Listen, I think people are. I don't think TCU's in trouble. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll make a bowl game. They're not obviously. Last year was crazy. Do you know how many things had to break their way? You know how many starting quarterbacks, and backup quarterbacks got hurt during their games?
I mean,
last year?
yeah, they were literally the Vikings of college football.
I don't think they're the
And
same
the purple.
Team. I don't think it's. They're the same team. They're just going to have the record that they should have had last year. They just got a lot of lucky bounces last year, and I remember it when I was like, do you remember the game where they literally had to sprint the field goal unit onto the field to kick a field goal in like 2 seconds and to win? I think TCU will be fine. I think Dion had his guys ready to go. I think TCU will still. I think they'll be fine. I don't think it's like a Sonny Dykes on the hot seat type thing.
Right.
They'll be all right.
Well, since we're on some head coaches.
Oh wait, what are we talking about now?
First off, this isn't on. This
quick.
isn't on the. Well, I mean, I guess it is kind of on the.
Hang on, I wanted to. Shiloh Sanders, 8 tackles, 1 assisted tackle. He had the most tackles on the team. And
That's a solid fucking game. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Brian Kelly is like the most blown out coach in the top 5 ever. And the 2 people that are ahead of him have coached in twice as many games as he has.
Who? Saban and Kirby?
No, not Saban. It was fucking Joe Pa and someone else.
Oh, it was old.
It was old.
I don't know what to think about LSU. Because I think they're still a good team. I think a lot of people... I think Florida State's a lot fucking better. I think Florida State is
legit. Yes.
There were some miscues in the first half that I think people were nitpicking too much with Jordan Travis. It's the first game you're playing against fucking LSU. Pretty good damn SEC
on a
team.
Sunday night.
Yeah. And then they figured it out later. And he put balls in places that only his receiver could get. And I love that man. I think 2 years ago
He put balls in only places that his girlfriend would get.
He probably does that too.
He did after that game.
Oh yeah. Or if he doesn't have a girlfriend, he was putting his balls everywhere.
He was just Magic Johnsoning it.
So with LSU, the thing that LSU was so fun with Coach O. And now it's Brian Kelly and his blah, and it's not as fun. So I don't like them as much, but I still like the idea of LSU. And they just quit. When they aren't doing well, it just seems like they give up the second they're down like more than 1 score.
Well, if Brian Kelly had never coached at Notre Dame, I think I could forgive him.
That's true.
I don't think I would be as blah about this as I am. Because LSU was a roller coaster last year. Oh, baby, you're in for a taller one this year.
Yeah. They could compete for the West still. They absolutely can. For the SEC West. They could still... I mean, Alabama comes to them this year. They could still beat Alabama. They could still do all right. Like,
yeah.
I think people just remembered that Alabama game last year and the way that Alabama is held at such a height in today's day and age, that people took that into this year and they're going to build on that. They had them to win national championships, which they still could. They still could end up in the playoff, right, depending on their schedule. Early losses are better, but I just don't know that quarterback is so inconsistent.
For
LSU.
For LSU, yeah.
Or no, yeah, Jaden. I don't know. Not a fan. They don't have weapons. You're not hearing about like a Justin Jefferson or a Jamar Chase or even Keyshawn Boutte. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say a Boutte.
there's just no like.
By the way, I saw you picked him up on.
Fuck yeah, I did.
The waiver wire there.
Yeah. We'll see. I think that's your only.
Well, actually, I'm just going into this real quick. Did you hear that report about Juju's knee?
The underrated story here, Juju Smith-Schuster's knee is a mess. And that thing could explode at any point.
Being ready to explode at any minute? Like, what the fuck? Since when? Since when?
It's just the craziest. I was like, wait, someone actually reported Juju's knee could explode at any time. Or blow up.
Literally, in quotes, explode. He said explode. So, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that, but anyway, fuck that. More college football.
Yeah. But yeah.
So, LSU, but yeah, LSU is just...
FSU is
I don't trust Brian Kelly. I don't.
No, he hasn't gotten over. The only thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually wins a title at LSU because fucking everyone wins a title there. I just don't.
Yeah. In like the last year of his contract.
Yeah, I think the fans fucking hate him. Because he's not like Les Miles and Coach O are like Louisiana guys, Southern guys. You got Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly, we're here with the family in LSU. Fake fucking Southern accent. Losing games that they're probably used to crushing ACC teams. They're like, we're playing an ACC team. We should crush them. Flip it. LSU fans aren't happy.
Oh, and did you see that Brian Kelly said we're going to beat the hell out of FSU?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
I really think he just needs to shut the fuck up.
There's a lot of people who need to shut the fuck up. There's just people who talk too much, and I've got someone that we're going to talk about later with college football that needs to shut the fuck up.
Oh no, buddy, no, we're sticking on head coaches. I know exactly who you're talking about. Let's get into him.
You want me to talk? You want me to talk about?
Yes.
You want to know?
Yes.
Do you know how much? I won't even
on me.
I won't even say the man's name yet, but my hatred and true despite for this man has come. You can tell I hate him so much because I listened to someone hate him for just whip him for about a half hour on YouTube last night, and I didn't even get bored. Dabo Sweeney is Clemson. You want to talk about a program who might be in trouble is Clemson, legitimately, because before Dabo came, they were nothing. There was
7
the Clemson.
points. 7 points.
Did you see Cade Klubnik didn't even just blew by him on the sideline? Now,
Yo.
yeah, I have a question, real quick. If you were to say the general consensus of people, and probably mostly Clemson fans last year, who would you say they thought the problem was last year for their team?
DJ Ukulele.
Okay, now, I would like to read you something real quick. I've got it here. So, DJ Uiagalelei, he played for the Oregon State Beavers this weekend, and he had, let me get to the right week, he just fucking lit it up. He had 239 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. I mean, he upgraded. He literally went to a different Orange team and got to a better team with possibly a better coach.
Yeah, Oregon State is actually kind of making some noise up there.
Don't be surprised if you see Oregon State possibly in the Pac-12 championship at the end of the season.
I was gonna say they could definitely win the Pac-12. Maybe except for Oregon, but
I don't know how Oregon State
they got to get past their in-state rivals. I mean, dropping 73 points on anyone is fucking, or 81 points on anyone is absurd.
Yeah, that was insane. But I'm pretty sure Oregon State's won the past 2 years.
I think they won last year.
Last year they definitely did.
Last year I think Oregon made a last-second comeback because I remember being mad about it.
I'll just look it up.
Either way. But I was going to say, for just going back to Clemson real quick, I was going to say that the Colorado TCU game was the best game of the weekend, unless you hate Clemson.
That's true.
In which case, that was the best game of the weekend.
It definitely made me hate it even more considering the fact I took Clemson. And I was talking to Shane. I was like, if I see those two logos in football, I'm just going to blindly take Clemson. And I didn't even watch the game because I'd been watching football all weekend. So and I went to bed early. Reagan and I had a movie night. Oregon State won last year. It was,
They did. Good.
But I didn't watch it, and I'm happy I didn't because everything about it just looked disgusting. It just fuck Dabo. You know he has one transfer. One.
Ooh, that's in the era of transfers. You would think he would have at least 10 or 20 for being as big of a football school as they are.
I won't take this as my own thought because I was watching the guy who I was watching hate on Clemson last night. His name's Josh Pate. He's not a Barstool guy actually, but look up his podcast. He's a good college football guy. He said he can respect people having their own ways, their own thoughts, but in a game like college football, these type of things, you need to adapt. And if you're not willing to adapt, you need to get out. Dabo either needs to adapt or quit, retire. I think there's a possibility he might retire because he hates this NIL stuff. He hates the transfer portal. And the thing that really set me off a while ago was that stupid NIL quote. I fucking hated that.
It's just I don't know. It comes off as very much like I don't know, mega church preacher.
He is the kind of
I don't know. He seems corrupt in a bad way. I don't know what. Man, I hate this NIL stuff. And before that, he was giving players money just out the wazoo to come to Clemson. Probably. Allegedly.
I mean, almost certainly. And I just don't get. He is one of those mega church guys where you're there's something going on there. That's whatever it is.
There's a higher power involved, and we're not talking about God.
I just do whatever you want, but him like that when he's just bombarding you with it, man. It's shut the fuck up. If you want to be thank God for this win, for this team, all that stuff, cool. But when he's the only NIL we deal with, or we were made with NIL, when God's name, image, and likeness. Shut the fuck up. When you're running out down that hill 30 yards in front of your own fucking team who's playing on the goddamn field, making it about yourself, doing all these speeches, Dabo, just go suck a fat tiger cock and get out of college football because it's passed you by and you lost to fucking Duke, who actually is good now. Mike Elko is a good-ass coach, and that Riley Leonard kid, he's good.
I was gonna say if there's ever a hurricane coming through Clemson, Dabo wouldn't let anyone take shelter in the practice facility.
Probably not. He'd be like, "This is what God wanted," because he's currently making the Clemson campus in His name, image, and likeness. I don't even know if that's what he fucking said. I just hate him. He's such a loser. He's a loser. He's almost worse than Darren Ravel at this point.
Oof. Who I don't even follow and don't even. He's just an NFL Network personality to me.
Darren, I don't even follow him either. Somehow he just pops up on my Twitter. I'm like, what a scumbag. Just nothing about Northwestern when that all went down.
Jesus.
What a loser.
Oh, and while Duke won, I don't think they're a football school because the professor declined the extension for the quarterback's essay.
Well, it sucks that all the rest of his teammates also already turned it in, so it's you got no excuse, buddy.
Right,
But he should have.
Well, the offensive linemen are typically the smartest ones on the field.
That is true.
When it comes to, school-wise at least.
I have noticed that. That is true. They're always so smart.
Yeah, it's I'm a redshirt junior. I'm on my second degree for neuroscience. What the fuck?
I mean, all that Yeah, the professor thing was dumb, but I mean, Duke's never going to be a football school. But hell, that man, they went what 10-4 last year or something like that, 9-4. They might be, if you look down FSU's schedule, like Florida State's, Duke may be one of their hardest games now, depending on what Clemson turns. Like Clemson's in 3 weeks, and that looked like their hardest game. We'll see what happens.
Do they play Notre Dame?
Florida State does not play Notre Dame now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if Notre Dame played people in the ACC or not. Because I don't know what the fuck their schedule is. Because
they're independent, but they
sense.
basically play an ACC schedule. Notre Dame actually has one of the tougher schedules this year, which is why I liked Sam Hartman for Heisman. I didn't watch any of their game this weekend, but they got.
I didn't either.
They got a tough schedule. I'll be honest. Overall there was some good storylines, some good stuff to talk about, but just
Jesus. Notre Dame won 56-3. Of course they were playing Tennessee State, but they're putting up numbers like they should be putting up numbers.
They are putting up Sam Howell Wake Forest numbers, and I hope they keep doing it. But overall, like the weekend wasn't. It was a lot of. I felt we left with more questions than answers. We got some answers. I feel like there's still questions about Colorado. Like, are they just hype up for week 1, ready to show out? And are they going to die? I don't know. Like, Ohio State and Michigan. What the fuck was that? Ohio State scored the least amount of points it scored in Indiana in like 60 years.
Ohio State looked like shit. Ohio State looked bad, honestly.
Who's their quarterback? Is their quarterback going to be Kyle McCord? Is it going to be this Devin Brown guy?
Well, that's the thing. It's every single year there's someone new that comes in, and they're always good, and they always expect that. What if this is one of those years where it just doesn't happen?
Yeah, and like Ohio State's someone that's just been around for so long. They might have a down year, but their down year might be like 9-2.
Well, they started really slow last year, didn't they?
Yeah, they had an ugly game against Notre Dame, who they were all right, and they ended up getting better. And maybe this is just how it is. This is what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like,
yeah, for the first 4 or 5 weeks, they were only scoring like 30 points a game.
But it's just like I forget how long ago it was, and it was when I was listening to one of these people. Like, this is literally the lowest amount of points Ohio State has scored against Indiana. Not even just in. I'm pretty sure since like. It might have even. I have down on there the 60s. It might have been like the 20s. Like it was a fucking long time ago. like Ohio State is the school that goes and they will sodomize you. They will sodomize Indiana, and they didn't do it. So I just don't. And then Drew Allen looked great against West Virginia, Michigan.
Oh my god!
Like, let's go.
Dude, let's go.
I'm running up the Penn State hype train.
Thank you, Penn State, for that late fucking cover. Oh my god.
And the over. I had both.
Yeah, for the over. For the over is what I meant. Yeah, for the cover it was good for you. For the over it was good for me.
I had the cover and the over. It was great.
Oh shit.
I didn't even realize at the end, like normally I'm like defeated, like when it's like that. They should just knee, and then I'm not even realizing, like, oh fuck, they're just driving down the field. Are they gonna score? Are they gonna? And I was like freaking out. It flipped my entire night with game. I mean, I did all right actually.
Let's see.
I got like a big swing.
This was the only one that I hit. I got over 63.5 for USC. Fucking easy. Knew they could do that by themselves, and they did. Over 59.5, Texas State Baylor. I remember that being a very high-scoring game last year.
Dude, Baylor.
Over 51.5 for Alabama, Middle Tennessee. Didn't look good at first, but Alabama kept it steady. Over 48.5 for Penn State, West Virginia. Penn State scores late to go over. Fuck yes. And then the last one on that parlay, North Carolina to cover, -2.5.
Dang.
Hit all 5. 5-legger. 1050 to win 270. Let's go.
I don't think I did any parlays. I just did straights. I feel like I lost so much money on parlays last year. I was just like, I'm just gonna bet my games. But they.
Oh, I did last year. Yeah, I lost a lot.
What was I gonna say? Oh, Penn State surprisingly was like one of the best over and covering teams last year. I was looking at stats before, and I couldn't believe that Penn State, of all people, was one of the best over teams in the Big Ten, not overall.
That is I don't know if that's surprising. I think it would be surprising in games not against like other Big Ten opponents.
It's just when you think of like Big Ten football, it's like run the ball, punt, punt, punt. Other than like Ohio State, like Michigan, they don't really throw the ball and air the ball out. Like Penn State was like a balance, and we just weren't there. Drew Aller looked. I mean, that first touchdown throw. Did you see that first touchdown throw? I was hard. I was
beautiful.
Beautiful. Like, pocket presence, off balance throw. That was. I guess it wasn't really a dime. He was lucky it didn't get intercepted, to be honest. But
right.
I didn't care.
Oh my God! Yeah, they really had no problem handling West Virginia.
No.
For the first quarter, West Virginia was kind of running on them wild. They were gaining
they
like
were hanging in there.
7-8 yards per run. But once the middle of the line got tired, it was over.
Penn State will do that and like these since I've like became a fan and have watched, like they'll have those times in games where they'll just get run on, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? And then they'll just shut it down. You're like, where was this? Like,
exactly.
Why did West Virginia just motor down the field of the first?
Were you expecting them to pass with fucking one of the better running backs in the country? Honestly, C.J. Richardson. C.J.
I don't know his name.
He's really fucking good.
I'll find it.
Donaldson. C.J. Donaldson.
Oh.
Donaldson. That's who it is.
I want to go back. Speaking of running backs, that Notre Dame running back was pretty fucking good too. Estime,
yeah, we talked about that last week, I think.
I think I have 3 college things I want to run through real quick before we move on, or we can keep going. I could talk this college shit all day. I fucking love football. One was you mentioned the USC and the over. If you're a betting man or woman, I think blindly betting USC overs this year is not the worst thing to do.
Unless they get up in the 80s.
Well, yeah, wow. Especially with these new rules. If there's an over-under that is 80, holy fuck. That's crazy.
I mean, they hit 80 exactly. Nevada against USC.
Their defense is just so bad, and I just don't think they have the man, they let up 28 points to San Jose State.
Yeah, in a week 0.
It was all right.
That was like a preseason game.
I don't know. I guess we'll see, but I just don't.
They only let up 14.
Someone like
one
Utah
at the beginning of the game and one in garbage time. I mean, like.
Against Nevada, but Nevada's really anyway. Just bet the USC overs. They're gonna hit. They're just probably gonna hit all the time. 2, Florida man. Florida, another program who I think they fucked up hiring Billy Napier. Dan Mullen was all right. He had them in games against Alabama. Yeah, it wasn't great. I don't think they liked how he recruited. But Utah had like their 3rd string quarterback.
Yeah, I didn't really I didn't pay too much attention to this game, but it was kind of ugly, 24-11.
Graham Mertz from Wisconsin is their quarterback, who was not great at Wisconsin, and
333 yards, a touchdown, and an interception.
Not
very good.
That's good. That's a decent amount of yards, but
decent yards, but
yeah, true. Yards doesn't matter. It's not if you score. Florida should just get rid of him. I'm just gonna say it. Get rid of him. It's the SEC. You're losing to Utah and backup quarterbacks. I mean, Utah's good.
That's anyone
who thought Florida even had a chance, I don't know if you're one of them. That's so stupid. They needed literally the. Go ahead.
To be honest with you, I
didn't even care.
Didn't know anything about Florida this year. I didn't even watch the game.
I didn't either, but it's the opposite where no news is not good news with college football. I feel like when you're in the off season with your team, like, oh, they got this guy. Yeah, they got Graham Mertz. I didn't know who they had. All I
Right.
knew is last year it took Anthony Richardson's game of his life to fucking beat Utah.
And then you're like, yeah, well, if you're not really hearing anything, then it's probably not exciting.
Yeah. You lost Anthony. You lost the number 4 pick, and you have Graham Mertz. I don't care. Utah's defense is going to come in and just slap them around.
Well, you know what they say about quarterbacks.
What do they say?
Once you go black, you never go back.
Oh. And then I have... Oh. All right, my last day for college. UNC, USC, or well, not USC, South Carolina. I thought that was going to be a really good game. I want to...
This one, I don't know what the fucking group chat was huffing over there, but you were like, "Oh, this is gonna be a shootout! Oh, South Carolina!"
I bought into the last 2 games last year of South Carolina when they throttled Clemson and they throttled fucking Tennessee.
RJ.
I know.
1, that was Clemson. 2, that was bad Tennessee.
Clemson was better last year.
3,
And
they still
Tannehill
have
forgot
Spencer
her.
Rattler. That should be reason number 1, actually.
This is what I want to talk about with the USC. Well, I was dumb and I bet you South Carolina. I mean, North Carolina's defense was so bad last year. I was like, this is going to be a shootout because South Carolina's defense wasn't really great. And even though Spencer Rattler is Spencer Rattler, the last 2 games last year, I'm now deeming as a Spencer Rattler paradox because it was just like he was average all year and then all of a sudden he lit it up. And it's what he's done for like 4 years in college. Is the last 2 games, he just lights shit up. And he is amazing. And the next year, you're like, Spencer Rattler, he gets you to buy in. I'm done. I'm off the Spencer Rattler shit. I said I was going clean for the month. I'm off Spencer Rattler forever.
That's you. You're a Spencer Rattler addict. I think that's what's going on here.
No, there's other people. There's a lot of other
You
people.
need to go to Spencer Rattler rehab.
You know how I know it's not just me is because South Carolina should have never been 2.5 point dogs there.
You know what? That's actually that was surprising to me. That really was surprising to me. I feel like North Carolina should have been at like at least 8.5.
And I just don't know if they were still worried about UNC's defense. Again, another question. I don't know if UNC's defense is actually legit now, or if South Carolina and Spencer Rattler just fucking blow.
Right. Again, this week, like you said, has left a lot more questions than answers.
There's also some teams out there who have big matchups coming up. Like, I feel like Texas cruised this weekend against Rice, and all they had was that fucking scarlet A in their eyes. Look into next week in fucking Tuscaloosa, because that's going to be...
Dude, what are they going to do without Bijan? I mean, like, what do they really think they're going to win?
I think they're going to win, yeah. I absolutely do. I don't think Alabama's that good this year. I don't know what Jalen Milroe is. I don't know who they're... Name me Alabama's weapons. Like, who do they have?
Name me Alabama's weapons last year at this point after week 1.
I mean, they only lost because Quinn Ewers got hurt. Texas was going to run away with that fucking game. I absolutely think so. I'm going to hold on to that until proven otherwise.
Listen, I know you're trying to still vindicate yourself from last year when you were on the Texas train.
I mean, Quinn Ewers got hurt. He was playing so good. He was playing good.
He was.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. They still have Xavier Worthy. They still have a pretty damn good defense. I mean, that's what helped them last year is they kept putting pressure on Bryce. And they don't have Bryce Young. I don't think Jalen Milroe is going to do it, or whoever the fuck the other guys might be.
This is one of those situations where it's not like a LSU wide receiver or an Ohio State quarterback. Alabama just finds a way to do it, no matter who they
That's
have.
true. And I know you can't doubt Saban, or you can't. It's like with Belichick and Brady when they are still together. It's like everyone's waiting for them to fall off, and they just never fell off until Brady left, and that was separated. So you can't count Saban?
No, I'm not going to say that for YouTube purposes, but go fuck yourself.
Well, what?
They're going to win 13 games this year. Just you wait and see.
Oh, my God. You guys just can't accept. Tom Brady's gone. You might have to go through a little bit of a slump. It's okay. You'll come back.
We went through our slump. It's time.
Oh, my God.
I'm joking.
Let's do that.
Oh, my God.
Let's just run back the Zappy thing again from last year, even though he's gone. Or did they end up re-signing him? I heard all this stuff about them dropping the legal on this.
He was essentially, well, I always use the baseball term DFA'd, but he made it back to the practice squad, and he signed with the practice squad.
Okay.
He had the opportunity to sign. I think there were 2 other teams that wanted to sign him to their practice squad, but he signed with New England's practice squad. So
true. And I guess here's my. Go ahead. Well, are you going with Patriots, or I want to make one last point about the Alabama thing.
Make a point about the Alabama thing.
I think what it is Alabama still struggled last year, and they still had Bryce Young, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Will fucking Anderson. And I just don't know who they have. And they've come back and they've produced these people out of nowhere. So we'll see. It's just, I don't know. Now I'm all over the place.
This is true.
Now I'm just not even going to bet this game.
No, that's true, though. I mean, they did have a lot of talent. But I just... Texas is going to Texas.
We'll see.
You know it. You know it deep down in your heart.
I mean, it's at Alabama this year, isn't it? I think it's at Alabama.
They were in Texas last year, so yes.
Maybe I'll just bet the over and enjoy the game.
Yeah, this is true. Until they, until it's like a 23-20 game, and the over's like 52.
Yeah, I guess I'll take them with the points. I don't know what the spread is right now. I haven't even looked.
No, I haven't.
Because you know what's coming up soon.
Honestly, what?
You know what's coming up, starting tomorrow?
I don't know, RJ. What's starting tomorrow as of this recording date, 9/6/2023?
Resubscribe to Amazon Prime again, bitches, because NFL football's back tomorrow. Let's go!
I hate to burst your bubble, but is it on Prime tomorrow? I don't know if it's on Prime. I don't think they start Prime games until later in the season.
That's right.
I think the first couple weeks are unprime.
The first couple? Really?
I think the first couple weeks are choice.
Choice? Just put it wherever you want. Just allow it.
And then after that, I think the next couple weeks are Angus.
I get what you're doing now. Oh, fuck yeah, it's on NBC. Holy shit. All right, well,
yeah,
sorry,
I knew it was on NBC, but
I will get ready to resubscribe when the Birds are on against the Vikings next week, baby.
It might be on both. It might be on both if you're lucky.
That's possible. Nah, if it's on NBC, I doubt it.
Who knows?
Oh, that stupid bitch-ass program.
Who knows? But also, speaking of practice squad, let's just get like the little shit that happened out of the way first this past week. RJ, someone finally did it, and it's about as bad as it sounds.
I saw the picture.
Anthony Brown got a tattoo of a potato chip on his shoulder, a Ruffles, particularly in case you were wondering.
Not a bad choice of chip. Ruffles is a good chip. I enjoy
Not
the
terrible.
Ruffle over a plain Lay's. I like the ridges, especially for dipping, if you're dipping.
But you're always going to have that chip on your shoulder?
Ian, if you were to get a tattoo of a chip on your shoulder, what chip would you get?
Ooh, this is okay. Oh, okay. I didn't even think about this. Fuck. You know what? I would get a good kettle cooked potato chip. I really like the Miss Vicky's jalapeno kettle cooked chips.
Now, would you? So, if you're specific, like,
But that's
if it was just a chip.
that's potato chip, like potato chip. I'm not thinking about like Doritos or anything like that.
See, I'd put a bag of fucking spicy sweet chili Doritos on my shoulder. I fucking love those things. Because I got a chip on my shoulder, and I'm sweet and spicy, baby.
And I'm chilly. It's cold. Turn the heat up.
No, that's not a fact about me. I'm always fucking sweating at work. I was drenched all day.
I'm always sweating too. Yeah, it was fucking too fucking.
And
hot
I was inside in air conditioning.
Yeah, it felt good
every day.
it felt good in the building, which was 85 degrees. Like it felt like it was air conditioned at 85 degrees.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It felt good. But
Probably
yeah, I think it would have to be cuz I'm not thinking of like, flavored chips or anything like that. Cuz I would never have like a plain Dorito, but I would have a plain kettle cooked chip.
You want to know where my mind's went when I started thinking of all these other chips, and I'm like, my thought was a kettle cooked chip too, but I'm like, how the fuck is anyone gonna know it's specifically a kettle cooked chip if it's just a chip? Like Ruffles is so easy.
You could get the tattoo infected and it would have like bubbles on it, like a like a kettle cooked chip would have.
I bet you a good tattoo artist could probably figure out the shading, but like otherwise, I'm like, is that just a fucking Lay's chip right there?
Give me my 3D tattoo. Can I get a scratch and sniff?
What if someone got like one of those like baked Lays, like a barbecue baked Lays chip? Have you ever?
Yeah, like how do you know it's baked? 'Cause I'm baked, duh.
Oh. God,
But yeah, bad tattoo.
Ian, there's another guy on your team, or I don't know if he's still on your team, who also has a very interesting tattoo. Have you ever seen Trent Brown's tattoo? It's just two chicks blowing him. It's just him and two chicks like blowing
what?
him.
Yeah. Wait, what?
It's awful. It's a horrible tattoo.
Oh my god!
It's like just outlines. He's got the helmet. He's got.
Yeah, you can. What the fuck is that? It definitely wasn't finished.
No.
What is that?
I can't believe you've never seen that. It's like the best tattoo in the NFL. And I listened to him talk about it, and he's like, "Yeah, man, what's that?"
That's pretty bad. But also, someone else on the team, Jack Jones, just had his court date, and he had like his gun charges dropped from bringing his gun onto the plane. So yeah, so he has to do like a year of probation and community service. But he has an NFL tattoo like on his hand, and like that was in the picture of like of him
just
in court.
The shield?
No, it
like
just says like NFL in like really like odd font.
That's crazy.
It's weird, and it was just front and center. And it's just like
league, bro.
Well, the only thing that I thought of was if someone like wanted to make it to the NFL, and they got that tattoo on their hand, and then they're in court. Like that's what it looked like. It looked like this guy did not was just like a wannabe NFL player.
It's like a swimmer
but
who
it's
gets the Olympic
Jack
ring.
Motherfucking Jones.
Jack Jones, baby.
I don't know. It was just an odd tattoo. I didn't like it.
I'm sure if you looked deep around the league, we could probably find some damn good tattoos.
That's actually that's a good episode.
And then there's a bunch of them that have brands. I know Malcolm Jenkins had the brand, had the it's like
it's like
the I always call it
the frat,
the black frat, yeah,
the frat brands.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
It's. I've only seen
It is. It is. Yes. Yeah. You're right. The last thing, and this, dude, I think this might. I really said, you have got to be shitting me, like out loud to myself, and I got mad. The Patriots social media team completely trolled us all.
I didn't see that.
They released the official numbers for the players.
I have a feeling I know where this might go.
Christian Gonzalez had his arms folded across his fucking number, and guess what number it looked like? 0.
0. Was it an 8?
But guess what number it was? 6. He had his arms folded right at that opening and right at the cross where the 6 comes together, and it
Wasn't
looked
he gonna be like
straight up like a 0.
What did we think it was? What did the report last week? It was like.
Well, he was 19 in the preseason.
Yeah. That's what you said he was wearing.
He was 19. That was weird, and I don't know. 6 is even more weird. Like, just let him wear a 0. I don't get it. Wait. Someone's wearing.
Let him.
That must have been what it was. That had to have been what it was. You think he wouldn't?
Has he said he wants to?
Going from the
wear
most
0 in
known, no, but going from the most known 0 in college, like in a long time.
I didn't even know he wore 0 in college, so that's why I didn't.
Well,
that's on me.
That is on you.
100%.
Because if you were in the know, you would know that Christian Gonzalez is known for wearing number 0.
I don't even remember what school you went to.
Bullshit, Oregon.
No, I really didn't. Now I remember. Yes, that's probably the most iconic. I don't know how I forgot that. I remember seeing. I don't know. Maybe once he got to the NFL and he was on the Patriots, I was like, I'll let him be Ian's problem.
Yeah, like 4 months ago that happened. 5 months ago. No, 4 months ago, yeah, in May.
Guess I don't know. I don't know how I forgot about that. I definitely remember that being like, that guy's good.
Yeah, and he fell to us. And he doesn't even get 0. Doesn't get the respect. I get no respect around here. All right. Enough of the Patriots.
Let's go to another team in your division.
The Jets, baby.
We got some...
Let's talk about Jets, baby. Let's talk about...
We got some Eagles Dream Team vibes going over here at the Jets. It's kind of scary. Like, I forget what the player's name was, but he says that the defense could be just as good or better than... He actually said the 85 Bears first, and then also the Legion of Boom. Listen, they're good. But that is like... Man,
they are good.
Know, there's a reason that there's history and you're supposed to learn from it. And we looked great that year when Vince Young was like Dream Team, Namdi, all these guys. And we weren't great. So now I'm almost ready to hammer the Bills this weekend.
To be fair, Vince Young did just say Dream Team. Yeah. And he didn't, he probably didn't know who the Legion of Boom or the 85 Bears were.
Nah, he just knew about TGI Fridays.
The Legion of Boom? Oh, that's our new combo meal at McDonald's. He would know that.
He would. I don't know. I mean, they're probably just gonna be good, aren't they? I just don't. That offensive line's not good. That offensive line is.
I know, but like we were saying last week, I did kind of buy into them. I need to watch the last 2 episodes of Hard Knocks because I kind of want to now. But
what did the someone was talking about some anyway? Never mind, because I didn't watch it yet either. I've only watched as many as you have.
I hear Aaron Rodgers admits he's seen a UFO before in the most recent episode.
There's something like that.
I think it was in the last episode.
Salah.
I'm pretty sure that's the last one, right? Number 5.
Yeah, Salah said something about like he doesn't want his biggest pet peeve or something is after like getting crushed by a team, a coach meeting him at the 50-yard line and being like, your boys really fought hard out there. Like, no, we fucking didn't. You killed us or something like that. He's like he hates that.
Yeah, I totally get that. Enough with the cordial bullshit. I would really just love to see their real reactions at the end of the games. And sometimes you do, but that's on the sideline by themselves.
This can transition into something else too with the Jets of like, so the Jets, you know how Nathaniel Hackett's on the roster and everything now. I just remember the fact of the whole Sean Payton and Nathaniel Hackett and Sean Payton was like, yeah, that was the worst head coaching job.
Oh, we didn't go over that last week.
What if there's just a coach fight during that game? What if it's just Sean Payton and Nathaniel Hackett just throwing hands at the 50-yard line?
I actually could not believe that Sean Payton said that. I thought he was way above that. That's elementary school bullshit. You don't say that about another coach that has made it to the NFL and has honestly accomplished. He's accomplished a lot. Hackett has.
Yeah. I don't think he's a great offensive coordinator. I just don't think he's one of those guys that's probably just not a head coach, and I don't think it was completely his fault. He got hired. The organization hired him.
That's totally fine to say, but you don't go out of your way at a press conference to say that shit about another NFL coach.
Yeah, I think
that was way overstepping a line.
He probably could have just been like moving on. But Sean Payton's kind of a bit on a tear. Did you see what he said to Russell Wilson lately or recently?
No, actually.
He was like, quit it with this baby kissing, Russell, like, Mr. Unlimited bullshit, and let's focus on football. Like, he's just like, shut the fuck up and play football.
Holy shit. To quote Mac Miller, I ain't politicking, I ain't kissing no babies. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know what, he's on this, like, warpath or something. I'm ready to be like Broncos Super Bowl. He's going to just fucking light a fire under everyone's ass and be like, let's go. Fuck the rest of the NFL. He also interviewed with someone and, like, said, like, all the problems in the NFL step with Roger. Like, talking about Goodell or something like that. He definitely hates that man. 100%. Especially with the Saints.
I feel like more recently, like, within the past, like, 3 or 4 years, probably ever since COVID happened, that it's probably just that. Listen, he was the only one that got all of our fucking games in a season under COVID. I feel like his reputation has turned around a bit. He still gets booed like at every single public event he goes to, but he hasn't done anything wrong in the past couple of years.
No, and honestly, these commissioners, if you're a commissioner, you're basically just a face for the owners for everyone to hate. And Roger Goodell does a great job at it. Are there some miscues where you could probably be a little bit more consistent with domestic violence and things like that? Sure. But overall, the NFL's never been more popular. So they're making more money than ever.
Yeah. They're,
like, especially now with gambling, too. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. All this money fucking going around. It has been, well, with the quarterbacks first off, but now we're getting into the defensive side. We're seeing some records. Nick Bosa gets paid. The second Bosa in the family to get paid. Oh, that's a rich family.
I love seeing all these people getting paid. The running backs are
gay.
the running backs are just like, what about us?
But yeah, that was like his big thing. Like during camp, he wanted a new deal before the start of the season, and San Francisco is also going to waive all of his fines. So that's pretty nice.
Anyone who didn't think San Francisco was going to get this deal done is dumb. I mean, they were going to do it. John Lynch is a good GM. They were fine.
Oh, Bosa to the Bears is a dead dream. Yeah, no shit.
That was never going to happen.
No. 5 years, $170 million, $122.5 million guaranteed. Both the $34 million a year and the guarantee are the highest ever. Breaks Aaron Donald's annual at 31.7, and then it breaks his brother's guarantee by 20.5 million. Joey Bosa had the previous record for most guaranteed money.
I mean, they're damn good. TJ Watt already got paid.
Yes. Yeah.
Since you mentioned Aaron Donald, I was looking through some look too far ahead predictions for NFL trades. One of them said Aaron Donald to the Steelers. Can you imagine if fucking Aaron Donald ends up on the Steelers with TJ Watt and Minka Fitzpatrick in the back? That would be fucking crazy. I would be so grossed out by that. Because the Rams, I don't think the Rams are... I think they're ready for a rebuild. I think Sean McVay...
Hold up. With the Steelers' track record for bringing in hometown players... That is way not out of the possibility.
No, it's not.
Oh, my God. Especially with the Rams being in a downfall. Cooper Kupp might go in injured reserve.
He's not. He was out for week 1.
Well, yeah, he's not playing week 1, but Sean McVay did not roll out putting him on injured reserve.
Is Brock Purdy playing week 1?
Yes.
Dude, I hope TJ Watt tears his other UCL.
I hope he tears the same one. What are you talking about?
Sure, any of them, to be honest.
Because the same one's his throwing arm. Who cares if it's his left arm?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, same one. Okay, maybe just an ACL. Anyway.
just take his knee out completely.
I just fucking hate 49. TJ Watt did... I don't know. He got hurt when he hit Joe Burrow last year. I thought he hurt Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I just fucking hate San Francisco now. These teams that we end up against in the playoffs, where I'm like, and I just hear them bitch and bitch all off season. Why do they care? Like, they weren't gonna go in and beat Kansas City. Like, do you know who their backup was gonna? You know who their decision was? Who they were gonna call up to play in the Super Bowl? Did you see that story?
No, who?
Phil Rivers was gonna play in the Super Bowl if the fucking 49ers
who?
won.
Philip Rivers.
Yeah, that was their plan. I was more baffled at the thought that they were like, "Hey, let's call fucking Philip Rivers, who looked damn near dead on the Colts, and not like, God, so many other people that are younger."
One of Philip Rivers' sons. I mean, like, come on. One of them has to at least be 20 by now.
Yeah, like, you would think so, but they might not be.
They might not be.
Well, since we're both caught up real quick, you want to just switch over to winning time real quick, talk about that, and then call it a night?
Let's go over shows, not just winning time. I think you know what I'm talking about. Have you watched One Piece live action yet?
No, haven't had time. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's not bad.
RJ, it is really good. It is good.
I put it on for a little bit one night, and I knew I was going to fall asleep soon, so I shut it off, and I just haven't had a day where I can just sit and watch it. I just don't know. The thing with me and going from like the cartoon to the live action stuff is the voices are so different, and I'm now at like 850 episodes of listening to all of the Straw Hats and their dub voices.
I've been reading and watching One Piece.
And you're alright?
Years before you. And it is, I will tell you, I was one of the most skeptical people going into this. I thought I was going to hate it. I went into it expecting to hate the shit out of it. I loved it. I loved it.
People. Everything I've seen in trailers.
Loved it.
It looks good. I like the way that Luffy stretches. I was like, how the fuck are they going to do that? There's just something. I've seen some like side to side comparisons of the cartoon and the real life thing from on like TikTok. So I am very excited to watch it. I want to be sitting and to just be able to watch.
Yeah, it stays true to the anime. It makes it a little bit more dark. The casting is... It is actually impeccable. It is so crazy how they got these people to play, like... They were made for these roles. I don't understand.
You want to know how you know people who don't actually like pay attention or really watch One Piece and they're bitching about the show? Is when they say that Zoro is the only one that's like casted as an Asian. When Oda literally fucking told you where everyone's from and all of them look like they are exactly from where they're supposed to be from. Like, yes, Zoro is Japanese. Luffy is Brazilian.
You're telling me that the East, West, North, and South Blue are all in Asia.
Yeah.
No. Bitch, we're not even on Earth.
No. We're on the fucking Grand Line, baby.
Which is where I hope season 2 will go.
Oh, so they haven't even... How far did they get? Barati?
Through Arlong Park.
Okay.
So after Barati.
That's a...
They call it Baratier, and I'm like, oof, that's a little bit weird. But I'll accept it.
I think they do that in the dub.
Baratier.
I think that's how...
It must be right. Because, everything was so accurate in the live action that I will accept it.
Oda was very involved in it, from what I understand. Arlong Park is a very good, like, stopping point. Because where do they go after that? Logtown?
I think it is because, because then they have basically the whole crew without any...
no.
Well, then they have Zoro, Usopp, and Nami, and Sanji without any stipulations. They don't pick up Chopper yet.
They gotta pick up. So they gotta go to what? They gotta go to fucking Wapple, and then they go to Logtown, and then they go to the Grand Line.
I think Wapple is next.
Do you think they're gonna do?
To be honest with you, I can't remember. It's been so long since I've watched it.
It's gonna take me. I've been thinking of like when I finally catch up, which I've just been slow on watching anything lately. I don't know.
You have been. I mean, you watched the last 2 episodes of Winning Time at work today.
I watched it in literally the last 2 hours of work today because I finally had a little bit of time, and I was like, I gotta fucking catch up because I want to talk about it. Because I haven't watched regular One Piece in a while, and I'm like, I'm thinking back. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot this happened. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be taken on a memory lane with these things.
You really do get taken on like a journey, like back. Dude, it made me cry in like episode 7 and 8.
Is that the
with Nami?
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I might just go watch this now after we're done. It's also been that like football's been coming back, so like half the time I'm just watching shit about football, just watching people talk about football.
Exactly. It's hard to keep it balanced.
Like, One Piece, I'll be watching and I'm like, God, I wish they were talking about football right now.
Fuck you, Big Mom. The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl.
Which I'm loving Whole Cake, by the way. I'm surprised I haven't just blown through it because I love Whole Cake.
It is really good with Sanji and pudding.
Dude, twist. Like, I thought I knew a decent... Some of the... Like, the Whole Cake is probably the one I knew least... I probably don't know... From Zoe to Current, I know the least about, but I also watched the 2 Gear 5 episodes because I couldn't help myself. I watched them both.
They were really good.
Well, the first 2. I watched the transformation and then like the first part of the fight. It was like 1072 and 1073. I haven't watched anything after that.
Right.
But man, they did some work on that. I was like, when the colors are going and his heartbeat.
It's a little bit confusing when the fight starts and when he like rips up the ground to bounce back Kaido's blast breath. It's a little bit confusing on what's going on there.
Yeah, that was a little confusing. I did think that was... I was like, wait, what's kind of going on? But the fact that motherfucker moonwalked on him while he was doing it. Every One Piece episode lately, I'm just like, stop, because of the fucking impact frames and shit. Did you see the one where Luffy's flipping Kaido off when he's flipping in the air? He's
I didn't see
basically that. Like a wheel in the air, and someone freeze framed it, and you see him flipping him off.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
But yeah, I need to watch the live action one because I was very excited about it.
Very, very good. The live action Lakers series. Very good. I mean, let's be honest, it is better, but I mean, technically, yes, it is better. I'm not going to get ahead of myself and say that live action One Piece is the best cinematic thing to ever happen. It's not, but it's good.
You know, what if now? Hang on, this is just a quick detour with One Piece. What if I know there's all these speculations of the final boss and stuff at the end and left. What if the final fight is just fucking Buggy?
I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be surprised because he fails upward the whole time. He just sees a fucking emperor.
Failing upward is, yes, Buggy in a nutshell.
He'd like trip the right way and hit Luffy right as he's like, I don't know, like starving or something, and Luffy would die, like some shit like that. He'd be like,
that's one of the best like reenactments of the character is Buggy. They make him really scary at first, and then by the end he's like really funny.
Because Buggy was really fucking scary when he first came around. And
people forgot. People totally forgot.
The chop fruit, I was like, how the fuck are we gonna do that? I mean, oh god, I just love One Piece so much because as I've gone on, I'm like, all right, what's the next like when I got to Alabasta and Crocodile came along, and I was like, well, fuck, he's just made of sand. What the fuck is Luffy gonna do? And Luffy was just like, oh yeah, water.
Oh yeah, gotta get to that too. Oh,
Alabasta. My!
I almost spoiled it. I almost spoiled it for you. I almost did. I'm not going to though.
Oh, the live action one.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I know you know what happens, but
that's alright. I'll watch it. Oh wow. How long? What is each episode's what? Like an hour?
An hour. Every episode's like 50 minutes or more.
So those early arcs are like a couple episodes. Like, is it just? I guess it's all just early arcs, and then later.
It's a really good pace. I like how they paced it.
He paced the whole thing so well because the arcs just slowly get longer and longer with more and more intense villains, and the power scaling is just so perfectly done throughout the whole time, and I don't know how he's fucking done it for so long. How do you not run out of ideas or just be like, I'm done?
So you gotta go into it with the whole idea.
Let's go back to the Lakers anyway.
Gotcha.
Yes. Sorry. Now I just want to watch One Piece all night.
Well, I would. I just saw a meme where it said, "Man, this shit's boring. When is LeBron gonna come around?" And it was the guy starting basketball from the beginning and watching it like a TV show.
Oh my god,
that was so good. But this is kind of like, I want to go back and watch all of the Lakers. I mean, I kind of want to do that, but just with the Lakers.
It makes you hate the Lakers a lot less.
Well, I mean, I never really hated the Lakers, to be honest with you.
I did. That's from my dad, though. But I just
that's
LeBron.
That's some old Philly hate roots.
that's 2001. What I'm assuming this end of this season or next episode is going to be, just from all that, but.
Not 2001. This all takes place in the 80s.
No, I'm saying from the 2001 finals, that was Sixers-Lakers, and then this 80s one is Sixers-Lakers, and I don't remember what it is, but I know it's not when the Sixers win, I don't think, is it?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the Lakers win, then they get booted out of the playoffs, then they win 3 straight.
Because we... No, I think they win because I think we looked it up, like when the Lakers won and who won, and one of them was like Paul West, who the coach was that season. It was like Paul Westhead /
Pat Riley. Riles.
The Pat Riley character development,
dude,
is pretty damn awesome.
I really loved and we're going to spoil episode 5. So if you haven't watched up through episode 5 of season 2 yet, click the fuck out. I loved how everyone was not taking any more bullshit in this episode. Magic was done. Westhead didn't even realize that he was done. That was pretty funny.
Pat tried to tell him.
Yeah, but Pat Riley realized.
I was pissed when Paul Westhead came in, who I cannot stop looking at him and be like, that's just fucking Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
But he came in and he's like, why didn't you try and stop me, Pat? And I was like, what? He did. Like, he was trying to tell you the whole time. And Pat was like, shit happens, man. And I'm like, did you not just lose your mind on him? He was so nice to him. And maybe Paul Westhead wasn't such a dickhead. Because I know it's dramatized and everything.
Well, right. Well, you could see... Yeah, you could see that the fame was getting to his head in a negative way.
Mm-hmm. And you know, they did it in such a subtle way that I loved. It wasn't like all of a sudden, like it wasn't like, oh, here's 20 minutes of Paul Westhead is now Hollywood and everything. It was like his clothes slowly changed, his demeanor was finally changing when he beat his former, like, what's the guy's name? The Pistons? No, the Pacers.
Yeah,
coach.
The Pacers coach. I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, and he was like, put his hands up. Like, that was just like, it wasn't something he did before. You could see it all. Like, and it was so subtle.
I thought that was a great example of ignoring the bullshit and being part of the bullshit.
Yep.
Like, you could tell that he ignored literally everything around him, the good and the bad.
Yeah, he was,
it just ended up not being good for him.
You know who he is because he was so stuck in his ways?
Me?
Dabo Sweet. The whole time. Maybe that's why I really fucking hated him too the whole time. Like, this is just fucking Dabo right now. He's just so set on his ways, won't let magic do magic.
He keeps talking in his fucking poems.
This fucking stupid guy. Get in your spot, I mean, if I was someone like Magic and someone was yelling at me to get in my spot, I'd be like, fuck you.
I loved when he yelled at Bus about it. I was like, I know that you believe. Well, because it really was building up, like you said in episode 4. To when he wanted to be traded, I was like, oh, no, don't say that.
And I didn't even realize that was a thing.
Yeah, dude, that whole thing with the coach's like press conference.
I was just about to say it's been my favorite part so far. It was hysterical.
Yes, this actually happened.
And then they started doing it, and I was like, these people are just looking at each other like, we don't know, but we'll figure it out. And we're trying to not tell the media that. And, God, why can't I think of the actor's name? The guy who plays Dr. Buss. John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly, yeah.
Has this is the John C. Reilly mold to me now. Like, I can only say, like, Jerry Buss that's what Jerry Buss looked like to me. I know, like, Step Brothers, and, like, obviously Step Brothers was very good, but, like, John C. Like, Dan, whoever the fuck played Harry Potter, like, everyone just thinks of him as Harry Potter. I'm only gonna think of John C. Reilly. Yes, I'm only gonna think of John C. Reilly as Jerry Buss.
I am dying to see an Easter egg where he tells someone a little bit of shake and a little bit of bake.
That would be hilarious. Shake it before you bake it.
Oh, that's not my thing now. I'm the magic man.
He's so good in that, like, dickhead owner role. But also,
it is really good. But you can tell that he, like, cares so much, and it's not just about like he wants to win. This is still a straight up I want to beat. Who is it? Auerbach? Dan Auerbach?
Red Auerbach.
Red Auerbach. Yeah.
Because fuck Boston, right?
Oh yes, at the end of episode 5, Boston loses to Philly, and the crowd is chanting, "Beat LA, beat LA," and the Lakers guys are watching it from the bar, and right at the end of the episode, they look into the camera, break the fourth wall, and say, "Fuck Boston." That was so good.
I don't know why people aren't talking about this show as much, though. Like, I feel like with HBO, like, everyone talked about Succession, everyone talked about Game of Thrones, everyone talks about Euphoria when it's on. Like, it dominates Sunday on Twitter. I don't see anything about Winning Time ever on Twitter.
Well,
I don't
you
know
see, playing
so
basketball, playing basketball is less accessible than being a stockbroker, RJ. Or being a queen of dragons, you know.
But it's good. Like, if people would watch, like, there's so many little things that, it's not like a Deadpool or something where they're constantly breaking the fourth wall. Like, it's little moments that just add some, like when, what's it called? Magic got on the bus after like demanding the trade, and he was like, "I'm not backing down." Like, looked in the camera and said that. I'm like, oh fuck, like he's not backing down. Like little things.
I love those little fourth wall breaking moments.
The Jerry Butt when he was yelling at Jerry, I was expecting a big blow up and like all this stuff, and it was just like short, sweet, out of there. Character development's great. I think the way they shoot it's great, where they go back to like the grainy footage type stuff when they're actually playing the game and showing the crowd and things.
Did
like
we
that.
say?
Like,
I'm pretty sure I said this last episode, but it is way more grainy this season than last season.
there's a lot more of those grainy cuts of like, oh, don't forget, guys, it's the 80s.
Ultra grain.
I love that. And then Pat Riley when he's just decided like fuck this, and he's just yelling at everyone.
Enough of the Riles.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, enough of the Riles shit. It's Coach. I was like, yes, you.
And I don't know. And I don't know what they did with the makeup between like that game in the show and before, like between before that game and that game, like. Something about his face looks more serious. The hair looks even more slicked and like Hollywood, and like the Pat Riley that I like seen, and like I don't know what it like. There's so many little things that I think they do so well.
I think that shows because that happened after he was like, hey, enough of the Riles shit.
Yeah,
because that's when they started winning again. And I feel like a weight was lifted off his shoulders, and he kind of embraced the role and kind of just was carving his own path and forgot about, you know,
his girlfriend,
his old man.
A whiny bitch. Or fiance or whoever. Wait, also, he was like married to this girl, and then during the montage at the end when they're winning, there's just some blonde that comes up and kisses him on the court. I was like, wait, I thought he had a redhead at home. What is going on?
Well, I think that was just to show that, oh, the Lakers have a Hollywood coach to go with their Hollywood team now. And
okay.
She came up and
I was like, wait, what? Because he was like, yeah, baby. Any games you're really excited for other than ours?
I'm actually really excited for this Chiefs-Lions game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. I mean, Chiefs are only a 4.5-point favorite, and Travis Kelce's out. So,
did Chris Jones get his deal yet? Because he's
no, I didn't see that. I don't think he did.
Pretty sure he's holding out, so that'd be interesting. It's a key part of the defense. I think. What am I missing? Let's do a quick scroll. Dolphins Chargers could be fun.
That'll
Obviously,
be
Bills Jets.
Well, I think the Dolphins will get blown out.
You think?
Yes.
And Cowboy, I am going to be ready to be the biggest Giants fan on Sunday night.
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
But I just hate them both. I hope it's a tie.
There's not a lot of exciting matchup. There's not a lot of intriguing matchups that aren't interdivision.
I think we do this every year where we're so excited for NFL and then we get through the season and every weekend you're like, especially after week 6, you're like,
well,
God, some of these
week
teams
one
just
here,
suck.
Week 1 is just all divisional matchups. That's not intriguing. I mean, that's just par for the course. I mean,
it's good the first couple weeks and then it's after week 6 when you're like, nope, good, bad.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the Commanders dismantle Josh Dobbs, who has officially been named the starting quarterback for Sunday. Did you see yesterday? Yesterday they released the depth chart, and it was fucking put down as Josh Dobbs or the other guy. There was no clear starter even on the depth chart. I'm actually really excited for this Jets-Bills game on Monday night. The Monday night game, very rarely might be the best game this week.
I'm about to just go through all the primetime games and see if we have decent primetime games, because half the time they just suck. Bills-Jets is fun. I'm just going to do Monday and Sunday night, because the Thursday night games weren't bad last year since the Prime spent all that money.
Right.
Oh, next week we've got the Saints and Panthers to start off Monday nights. As I'm doing this,
that's not.
Ew, what? Why are we doing 2 weeks of 2 Monday night games?
Dude, the doubleheader Mondays are always awful.
Nah, they're so bad. I mean, what is it? Where is it? Yeah, us and the Bucks, and then the Rams and the Bengals. Who? I'm just gonna go. Ian, we should end this podcast soon. We're gonna go 3 hours.
A Super Bowl rematch from 2 years ago.
Yeah, with Max Duggan playing. Probably.
Yeah, we will. But hopefully, we're gonna end this.
Stetson Bennett. That's who it is.
Yeah, we're gonna end this. It's late. We've gone 2 hours.
I know, we did the show stuff, and then we went back to football, and I was like, holy fuck, we need to stop. I was thinking about going to work out after this, but I don't know.
But yeah, I'm really excited. It's football weekend, RJ. It's real football weekend.
It starts tomorrow, and tomorrow it's a good game.
Hopefully the Patriots are munching on some bird.
Hopefully we're pecking at your stupid hats.
All right, RJ. But yeah, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, comment, all that good stuff.
Subscribe, all our munchers out there. We're gonna be back on this schedule. It's football season. Ian, great episode.
RJ, great episode. Hell yeah. Alrighty, everybody. Munch.